Genes by VFR. If the coding and ingredients in our genes are irrelevant and silly to discuss, then why be proud of who you are? The Chinese are very proud. They protect their culture at all costs and are very conservative. Most of them look alike. However, when spending time in any culture that is dominant in appeal, the features of faces, tone of voices, body language, and all that human stuff reveal themselves in due time, making it easier to distinguish who is who. That goes for any culture, any country that is predominantly the same species, as I like to call it, different species of human. That goes for any culture. We are not the same, nor will we ever be the same. In my human experience, without using a certified document from some expert who lives on a hill and knows nothing more than the 366 books he read last year, I'll use my ears, my eyes, and memory. Let's break down some genes. And yes, I will be using many stereotypes. I don't succumb to offenses, so if you become offended, you should turn off your phone or television and go for a walk outside, where it's naturally impossible for a squirrel to use your wrong pronoun. No jabs, just speaking truth. So Americanized genes, huh? What's that? What's Americanized genes? If you believe in God, the creator of Earth and its geocentric universal experience, then you understand without any doubt that our creator is highly intelligent. Like a master chef hovering over a stove with 7 burners, 4 fryers, and a massive grill cooking for an army. For anyone to suggest that the chef would just throw all the ingredients recklessly everywhere is devoid of any common sense and is completely divorced from reality. There are unspoken laws in the kitchen about mixing certain ingredients and general things and general, yes. That same law applies to our genes. Our genetic coding is the key fundamental ingredient to our very existence. Without ever knowing where it started, we know where it is now, because DNA is not only our inner blueprint, but it also vibrantly resembles the outside of our inner core. I've heard many debates and conversations about birth control, abortions, and unprotected sex, but very few speak on the truth of the matter. Why are we just going around having reckless sex without understanding the true consequences? A lot of the times, or if not most of the time, it's with strangers. When I was growing up in the 80s and 90s in New York City, almost every other teenager was pushing a baby stroller. Not a family pushing the stroller, just a young girl. Then a year later, more kids. Then 10 years later, there was the boom. In the early 2000s in New York City, it was the single motherhood epicenter. This baby boom exhausted the United States of America's resources, further poisoning the world. Because these children are not fatherless because of war. They are fatherless because the sperm donor didn't mean to get your mama pregnant. He ain't want none of that. Soon followed by the abortion epidemic. Getting an abortion was routine to some, strange to few, and non-bothersome to many. For the ones who had a slight bit of conscience, kept the baby, but could give 2 shits about it. Besides, it's a child raising a child, right? These teenagers didn't even know how to take care of themselves, but now they have a child to look after. Damn if you get an abortion, and damn if you keep the child with 0 experience in life. It's a double-edged sword, so I get it. All of this happened because we allowed it. We voted on these nightmares to rapidly surface at this moment right now that we're living in 2025. There is no fixing this. We now have a serious problem because everyone began having sex with just anyone. With most women who are reckless with their bodies having more than one living baby daddy. Because it feels good. You know, in the videos, I want to come on that hoe or come in that bitch. You know. When two strangers are having sex, it is wickedly dangerous. These are the results. Both of you have no clue who is who, what genes are carried, and the history of the bloodline. Like, you don't know anything about each other.
That's what you are, a little fucking bitch. Where's Daddy in Oklahoma? Where is he? Your father Jake wants nothing to do with your stupid ass. You fucking psycho.
And how two people can really create a monster. It's true. Two people could create a genius and equal to creating a monster. And right now we have a lot of monsters on the streets, and it's not their fault. So this can cause a sudden death to the child or an illness, whether mental or physical. Civilizations all have problems for sure. However, the United States of America has a serious mental health crisis. That is not because of a lack of education. That is because of the mixed genes we are playing with, and it has become wildly out of control.
Open up this door before we break this bitch. Break it, go ahead. I'm finna break something up in this bitch. On God, I'm finna. You guys must be dumb. I would like that fight with y'all. Do not play with me.
You
Do
can
not
like that, but you can't open the door.
Do not play with me. Open this door, I'll trash it.
You can open it.
I will trash this off.
There are not enough prisons or even mental asylums. There are not enough social workers who want to deal with this shit, let alone handle it. Other civilized countries that have stood their ground only have severe mental situations on the rise from migrants who refuse to assimilate into this new society. It's true. For example, if you're a city boy and you're planning a trip into the Australian jungle, your fashion will have to be put on hold. And it will be wise to pack and prepare the proper gear. And you better have a tour guide who's not on discount. And just know that your ghetto ass and its loud mouth will get you nowhere but inside of a hippo's stomach. So when you're talking about you can't take the hood out the person, all right, bring that hood over there with real wild animals and see how they respond. You have to adapt to environments or else there's chaos. And if you're a jungle man, your animalistic behavior in a civilized society will get you nowhere but in chains and a prison cell. Yes, I just compared these animals to wild animals, because even monkeys in a zoo are more civilized. You're not angry because someone called you a name. You are responding to a trigger set deep in your coding system. And the wrong person with the right codes can set you off at any moment. You could be on the best vacation of your life, 5 days in, on an 11-day cruise that your company paid for in full, thanks to your 25 years of service, for someone to call you and not only is your vacation now ruined, but you just caught a charge because of the way your genetic code is designed. You responded by smacking the old woman as she fell and hit her head, to then succumb to her injuries within minutes. And now you have to spend the rest of your life in jail. No word on this earth should ever offend anyone. The only ones who can become offended are the ones who are deeply insecure about themselves and still have questions. That goes for any race, culture, religion, and all. No one on this very earth that we are standing on should ever allow any word or person to control their feelings. Yes, words have meaning. Like when someone tells you that they love you and you know they love you, it feels different from when someone you are married to, who you know is cheating, says they love you. You know it's bullshit, and it doesn't affect you in a good way. Instead, it enrages you to know that they don't. And if someone hates you because of the color of your skin or hates you in general, it's none of your business. Unless they make it yours. Don't make it yours. Don't make it your business. Someone else's opinion is none of your business. It changes nothing. What is happening now is a response to genetic engineering. All of this craziness is no mystery. It's said, it's happening regardless of whether you want to believe in the Bible or not. Those words are coming into straight fruition. It's here. Our genes are corrupt and out of control. No law of any land will fix this. As in the days of Noah, we are now right back to a genetically corrupt society. And people are laughing at the expense of others being assaulted, murdered, kidnapped, harassed, or just being stupid online. We are in a complete idiocracy. The documentary Hollywood dubbed a movie. According to scripture, God had to flood the earth, and I now see why.